Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga with Wish. Welcome to my YouTube channel and as you can see I'm probably going to be a little bit nervous. This is my first time actually doing this. I've been teaching yoga for many years, but I actually taught live yoga classes, so this is extremely new for me, so just bear with me, and I hope you enjoy what I have to offer, and stay with me till the end, and I hope to see you again. We're going to start out with about 5 minutes of just breathing, just a moment to kind of just connect with the breath, with the body, find that place, that space, and be in the present moment. Then we'll continue with some asanas, some postures, and end with Shavasana. So let's get started. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. So just letting it all out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep inhale, so feel your belly expand as you inhale. And close your mouth and start to breathe through your nose. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Unless you're having a difficult time, and continue to do what works for you and for your body at this time. Close your eyes. Closing your eyes just helps bring the focus inwards so you're not distracted. The lights, the movements, anything that may be going on around you right now. Nice deep inhales and exhales, and any time throughout the practice that your mind starts to wander to the past, to the future, to your to-do lists, just take that time to come back to the breath. Alright, on your next inhale, now when I speak, put the arms, if you like, you can open up the eyes. Whatever feels comfortable for you always. Bring those palms together and lower to your heart center. Hips are pressing into the ground, spine is nice and long. Just imagine there's a string at the top of your head that's pulling you up, keeping those shoulders down. Take a spinal twist here. Take that left hand as you move it towards your back. Place it on the ground. Take that right hand as you place it on your left knee. And a twist over, looking over past that left shoulder. Keeping that chin up. Taking over to the other side, right hand comes behind the back as you press it into the ground. Lift up that spine, up at that chest. Left hand is on the right knee as you twist over. And you're coming back to the center, so roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale as you let them float down your back. Moving now to our tabletop. We're going to take our hands onto the mat, about shoulder width apart. Hips, your knees I should say, about hip distance apart. Hips are over the knees and the shoulders over the wrists. going to start our cow and cat forward, moving with your breath. As you lift up the head, inhale, lift up. And as you start to round the back, pull that chin in towards the chest, rounding like a cat. Exhale. So inhale to lift up the head. And exhale to round the back like a cat. Movement always follows the breath. Moving our way here shortly into downward facing dog. Take the toes as you curl them onto the mat. Lift those hips up, tailbone towards the sky, and let those heels float down. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Gaze past the legs, or you can place it on your belly button, whatever feels comfortable for you. Feeling that stretch in those ankles, calves, shoulders, as you're pushing them away with your hands. And start to walk the dog here, so we're going to lower the heels, alternating. Walking the dog. And pause. Taking that left foot, left leg as we lift it up. Three-legged dog. We're going to step it forward. Bringing that left foot towards that left hand. Coming into a runner's lunge right here. Fingertips barely touching the ground. We're moving into a lunge twist. So let's come up, bring those palms together, fingers spread nice and wide. We're gonna lunge twist over the left leg. Just bring that right elbow. You can place it on the thigh, outside of the thigh. Left elbow comes up. And remember, balancing postures. You want to find something to fix your gaze, your drishti. Let's come back to the center. Exhale as you bring the hands down, stepping back, plank. Remember, you can always drop the knees down if you need to. Moving into an upward facing dog. Bend at the elbows so you lower your chest and your thighs to the ground. And bringing that chest up, upward facing dog. And back to our down dog. If you've lost your breath, take a moment, connect, slow it down. So you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose if it's comfortable. It's walking the dog, lower the heels, ready to move to the other side. Pause. Three-legged on the right hand side here, right leg. And step that right foot forward. Take a moment, find your balance, feel stable, and lift up. Moving to a lunge twist, bring the palms together, leaning forward. As you bring that left elbow over to the right. Find your drishti. back to the center. Exhale as you bring the palms down. Step back. Lower all the way down. Coming on to your belly button, moving to our Sphinx pose. Elbows are directly beneath the shoulders. You can move those hips around, whatever feels comfortable. Now tuck the chin in towards the chest. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck. Now bring your gaze up as you lift up the head. Bring your gaze up towards the sky. Keeping those, so if you find your shoulders are rounding, just make sure you keep the shoulders down. If you feel extension, stretch in your lower back and your lumbar. Bring your toes onto the mat, coming into a low plank. Now a high plank. And drop the knees. Moving into our child's pose. Bring those big toes together, widen the knees. Just bring those hips down onto your heels. Bring in that forehead down to the mat. And slowly you come slide or walk your fingers towards the top of the mat. Feeling that stretch. Feeling that stretch in those hips. In the shoulders. Slowly, as you inhale, lift up and walk the hands towards your knees, bring the knees closer together. Sitting on your heels, keeping those shoulders back, chest is open. I'm going to curl your toes into the ground, keeping their toes curled under. As you can see, the toes, we're stretching out the toes. So a nice deep breath, breathe into those tight areas. You might feel a little tense here, so if you need to take a little break, you just need to lift up the hips. Now, see if you can stay here for a few more breaths, just stretching out the toes. Lifting the knees up, coming into a balancing posture right here, balancing on our toes. So you can keep your fingers on the mat, or you can bring one hand up, or the other hand up. And it's okay if you fall down, come back up. Remember, yoga is a journey. It's a practice. Okay, bringing the hands down. We're coming up to a forward fold right now. If you need to adjust your feet, we're in a forward fold. Uttanasana. If you have any issues with your back, Any tension or stress in that area, you can always bend those knees a little bit more, or as much as you need to. And you never want to keep those knees straight. Gaze through the legs, at the belly button, wherever feels okay on your neck. Coming halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, hands on shins, nice flat back. Gazing at the horizon. Imagine how beautiful it is. Brightening up the sky. And slowly start to straighten the legs. You slide your hands up the legs, roll the shoulders back. We're in mountain pose. Palms facing forward, shoulders are back. You need to adjust your feet. Make sure you feel stable on both sides here. Shoulders are back, chin is slightly tucked. Pelvic is neutral. All right. Moving into a wide forward fold. So widen your feet. Feels comfortable, toes facing forward. And inhale, lift up the arms. And exhale. Start to hinge at the hips, keeping that head up. You can place your hands on the ground in the center if you can. Grab your toes. Pass through your legs. And release the toes. Place that left hand on the ground. Want to sweep up that right arm. Switching sides, right hand comes down. And both hands come down. Place both hands on your hips or your waist. Slowly lifting up. Moving into our triangle pose. So you can shorten your stance. Turn your left toes out to the edge of the mat. Bring your hands to a T. Right toes can come in slightly. And start to lean forward. Leaning as far as you can go. And slowly let that left hand come down. Bring that right hand up. You can grab your leg, whatever feels comfortable. So we're opening up this chest. Opening up nice and wide. And slowly inhale to lift up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, shoulders back, and gently forward fold. And inhale as you lift that chest up. Moving to our triangle pose on the other side. So let's bring the hands to a T. Right toes to the top of the mat, edge of the mat, bottom of the mat. Start to lean with that right hand. So you want to keep your chest up. You want to start to round the back. So you want to go ahead and do this. Keep it open. Keep that shoulder, left hand back. Again, grabbing, keeping that hand up, arm up, back, chest is open. Bring your gaze up, bring your gaze up, straight ahead. Whatever feels comfortable on the neck. Slowly bring your gaze down as you lift up. And bring the toes forward. Slowly bringing the feet closer together. And just some more balancing postures here. We're going to start with our tree pose. All right, so getting into tree pose, we're going to take that left thigh, bring it out to the side. So you decide where you want to place your foot. You can place it between the knee and the ankle, or between the thigh and the knee. So remember, the first thing, balancing postures, you want to find your drishti point. Bringing the palms together. You can always bring the arms up. It's okay if you swing around in the breeze, in the forest. And release. Let's shake everything out. And going to the other side. And you decide. So this time I'm going to just place my foot. I'm going to place it between the ankle and my knee. So the only thing you want to be cautious about is you don't want to place your foot against your knee joint. And then find your drishti, home focus. If your mind is wandering, your eyes are wandering. Bring your mind back to your breath. And remember, you can always position your arms. Focus is balance. And release. All right. Moving back down to the ground here. Go into a yoga squat. Turn the toes out. Bring those palms together. And slowly you can start with a couple of squats right here. And then remember, adjust your feet. Remember, it's not about how fast you get into the pose. Think about the journey, how you're feeling. How does your body feel as you move from pose to pose? Where do you feel it? All right. I'm going to move down to a seated. We're in Dandasana, stick pose. So bring those toes towards you as you flex the toes. You engage in the legs, you engage in your upper body. So you open up that chest, bring those shoulders down. Your fingers slightly touching the ground. And release. All right. Let's inhale as you lift up the shoulders, lift up the arms. those toes towards you and folding forward as you pull that belly button in. Keep that chest up, gaze is up. Alright, bringing the feet onto the ground, moving into bridge pose. Keeping those knees about hip distance apart. Bring your palms down. In your next inhale, and lift up the hips. Keep those knees facing forward. Slowly bring those hips down. Bring those knees over the chest. You can give yourself a nice big hug here. You wrap your arms around your legs. Okay, we're moving into our Shavasana. Corpse pose. So bring the feet down to the ground. Let those feet come to either side. Lengthen the arms, palms are facing up. And you can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. Let's take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And sigh out through the mouth.